what you think about, then you have to start being real careful about what you're thinking about. And the best place to start is to start being very vigilant, extra careful and aware of the things you say when you're talking about your problems or what's frustrating you to your mother, to your father, to your spouse, to your children, people who are close to you. You have to pay a special attention to the things that you describe as missing, that you don't have, where you find and express lack or sort of complaining of a lack of something. The reason is that this is the way the brain works. It continues to expand on whatever you have stated. Energy flows where attention goes. And I'm not talking about some woo-woo, metaphysical thing. This is purely how the brain works, how the conscious mind works, where it focuses on what's being focused and expands on that. It's very important to understand that you must never talk about what's missing in your life. Just have it as a rule. Focus on what you want to bring about. Focus on what you want to manifest. Focus on where you want to be, who you want to become. Now, if you do have a faith, you can refer to your scriptures, and I'm sure you will find paragraphs where this principle is brought about. I mean, in the Christian faith, it says, ask and it shall be given. So check in your faith or check in your philosophies where you can find such quotations by other wise people. And this will reinforce your belief in this principle. When you see what great minds have lived by this principle. And I want you to begin to include in your usual thought patterns the phrase, it's on its way. All right? The thing that you're waiting for or aspiring to, you must always repeat that to yourself inwardly. It's on its way. Know with certainty that although sometimes things take longer, if you are really focused on them, you will see that eventually they will manifest. Not all things, the serious things, the things that are aligned with your values, with your ethos, as we say in the ALKISTIS method. If it's aligned with your values, and you also use logos, your logical reasoning tells you that it is a realizable goal. If your pathos, your emotion, your feeling desires it, aspires to that, and it is a true longing, then it will not be denied to you. You need to also start to begin to be more process-focused than goal achievement focused. And what do I mean by this? I don't mean that you shouldn't set goals. Of course you need to set goals. Clear goals, as clear as possible. The problem is that your experience, once you achieve a certain goal, will always be a disappointment. Once you're over the initial excitement, you will notice that on a deeper level there is a certain disappointment, a certain anticlimax. It's natural. There's a high, then there's a low. Now, the smart thing to do if you want to live a well-balanced life and to experience a peaceful inner power at all times in your life, to be connected to your source at all times, you must learn to begin to create processes and systems around which you live your life on your path to manifesting your goal. So what do I mean by this? I mean, for example, with my first book, when it was published, I was very excited. Afterwards, my life slipped into everyday mundane reality. It was something that I had aspired to for many years, but when I got it, there was the pride and joy for a day or two, and then I was faced with my everyday reality. What I needed to do in order to be a truly successful person is to start integrating writing into my everyday, to make the process a goal in itself. Now, this has two benefits. Not only does it help you to realize your goal, but you also enjoy the ride. And if you're not enjoying the ride, then what kind of success is that anyway? You have to ask yourself. So don't aspire to become a famous artist. Aspire to include the creative process, the artistic process in your everyday life, and in loving the journey, you will have better results.